Hello everyone and welcome back to English with Lucy. In this lesson, I'm going to teach you how you can sell yourself in English on your CV, in your cover letter and in your interviews. In your CV, your cover letter, your telephone interviews and your job interviews, you are selling yourself. Language plays a huge part in this. In this lesson, I'm going to teach you about the weak words you should avoid saying and the powerful words you should use instead. To start, let's talk about 25 words you should use to sell yourself. You should pick a handful of these that describe you and see how you can work them into your job application process. Number 1, determined. Determined. This means that you have determination to get a job done. Number 2, hardworking. Hardworking. This means that you put a lot of effort into a job and you like to do it well. Number 3, diligent. Diligent. This means that you show care and effort in your work. Number 4, trustworthy. Trustworthy. This means that people can rely on you to be good, honest and sincere. Number 5, a team player. A team player. This means you work well in a team. Number 6, motivated. Motivated. This means that you are willing to do something that involves hard work and effort. Number 7, reliable. Reliable. This means you can be trusted to do something well. Number 8, a self-starter. A self-starter. This means you're a person who is able to work on their own and make their own decisions without needing anyone to tell them what to do. Number 9, loyal. Loyal. This means you will remain faithful to your company. Number 10, studious. Studious. This means you spend a lot of time studying or reading. 11, attentive. Attentive. This means that you are helpful and make sure that people have what they need. 12, conscientious. Conscientious. This means that you take care to do things carefully and correctly. 13, industrious. Industrious. This means you are hardworking and get a lot done. 14, dedicated. Dedicated. This means that you work hard at something because it's important to you. 15, dynamic. Dynamic. This means that you produce change, action or effects. 16, enterprising. Enterprising. This means you have the ability to think of new projects or new ways of doing things. 17, enthusiastic. Enthusiastic. This means that you show a lot of excitement and interest about things. 18, self-aware. Self-aware. This means you have a lot of knowledge and understanding of your own character. 19, consistent. Consistent. This means you always behave in a predictable way. 20, organised. Organised. This means that you are able to plan your work and life in an efficient way. 21, professional. Professional. This means that you are well trained and extremely skilled. 22, methodical. Methodical. This means that you do things in a systematic way. 23, logical. Logical. This means that you do things in a careful and well thought out way. 24, skillful. Skillful. This means that you are good at doing something, especially something that needs a particular ability or special training. And the last one, number 25, it's passionate. Passionate. This means that you become emotionally invested in what you're doing. Career advisors will often talk about including powerful action verbs in your CV and cover letter. But what are they? They are impactful verbs that express physical or mental action. They make you seem like you really know what you're talking about. I'm going to talk about 8 categories, and for each category, I will give you 5 powerful action verbs that you can use. You should pick a handful of these to use in your CV, cover letter, and in your job interviews. Let's start with management and leadership. Assigned, assigned. Delegated, delegated. Organised, organised. Scheduled, scheduled. Directed, directed. Now for communication. Addressed, addressed. Corresponded, corresponded. Moderated, moderated. Negotiated, negotiated. Authored, authored. And for research. Clarified, clarified. Critiqued, critiqued. Examined, examined. Inspected, inspected. Investigated, investigated. And for technical skills. Assembled, assembled. Calculated, calculated. Computed, computed. Fabricated, fabricated. Programmed, programmed. Now for organisation. Catalogued, catalogued. Compiled, compiled. Categorised, categorised. Logged, logged. Chartered, chartered. And for financial. Appraised, appraised. Audited, audited. Balanced, balanced. Budgeted, budgeted. Forecasted, forecasted. And for creative. Conceptualised, conceptualised. Designed, designed. Illustrated, illustrated. Invented, invented. Shaped, shaped. And for education. Coached, coached. Guided, guided. Stimulated, stimulated. Informed, informed. Advised, advised. For the last part of this lesson, I'm going to talk to you about the words you should never use in your interview, in your CV, or your cover letter. These are weak words and you should avoid them. Firstly, you should never use stuff and you should never use things. Stuff and things are lazy words. You should only use them very sparingly when you're intentionally trying to be informal. Use a more descriptive noun instead. The next word you should never use is the verb to get. This verb is way too ambiguous. It means so many things. I have an entire video about the many meanings of get, and it's one of the most confusing words in the English language. It's a weak word. Avoid using it. Another word that I've discussed extensively before on my channel is very. Very is an intensifier, and you should use a powerful adjective instead. Fairly, really, and quite should also be avoided in the same way as very. Another word that many career advisors will tell you to avoid is just. It means only or simply. For example, I just wanted to check if you've received my application. It implies that it shouldn't be prioritised. Instead, ask something along the lines of, did you receive my application? It's more powerful. Another you should avoid is probably. It shows doubt or uncertainty. Another group of words you should avoid are I think, in my opinion, personally, I'm not sure, I feel like. This gives people the chance to dismiss what you've said. Another one is whatever. It's far too dismissive. And the last one you should avoid is try. It makes you sound unconfident in your ability to execute something. Right, that's it for today's lesson. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope you learnt something. Don't forget to connect with me on all of my social media. I've got my Facebook, I've got my Instagram, and I've got my Twitter. And I shall see you soon for another lesson. Mwah.